Alright, so today's notes are going to be linear relationships with verbal descriptions. So we are using our slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. This formula is actually on your STAR reference chart. Okay, so you're going to start seeing this formula a lot more. We are still using constant of proportionality. K is equal to y over x. Okay, so remember these two things are both our K. Okay, so I wrote down our slope-intercept form again, and I just want you to know each part of this formula. So y is our total, our m is our slope, okay, this is our variable, remember the x tells the y what to do, and then b is our y-intercept. Okay, so make sure you have those down. Pause the video if you need to write it down. So it says, what does slope mean in the real world? So we know that slope is the letter M. Okay, talking about this letter right here. So words that you might see is per, each, unit rate, K, every, constant of proportionality, proportionality, constant rate, and rate of change. So all of these words is going to represent your slope, your M, okay? This is a lot of writing, so pause the video if you need to. We're going to go into our y-intercept. So what does y-intercept mean in the real world? If you want, I have highlighters at the front, so you can highlight this. Our y-intercept, the letter we use for that is B. So the y-intercept are just some one-time charges. So you might see it say one-time charge. It could be a tip. It could say entrance charge. It could say initial fee. This is going to be some more writing after this, so starting, your beginning, it could say delivery charge, charge or cost, and the last one it could say shipping. These are all things that happen once. Okay. Turn the page over when you're ready. So example 1, let's see how these are used now. So we are going to write an equation from this word problem. It says Natalie can package necklaces. In 1 hour, she can package 35 necklaces. Which equation best represents y, the total number of necklaces, and x, the hours if she continues at this rate? So two things I want you to start doing is you're either going to use your y equals mx plus b, or you're going to use y is equal to kx. Okay, remember the difference from yesterday between these two equations is one of them has a starting point, your b, and one does not. Okay. So we're going to go back into this problem. They tell me what my y is and they tell me what my x is. They say that y is the total number of necklaces, right? And x is hours. So which number, or where can we put our letters at? I'm going to look at the x first, okay? I'm going to look at this part in our equation. It tells me x represents hours. So which number is representing hours? The 1 hour or the 35 necklaces? Right here, the hour. So I'm going to put that on top. The y represents the total. If you need to, you can turn your page over. Remember, we labeled each part of this slope-intercept form. So the y was my total. So I'm going to go ahead and we don't have a b. We don't have a starting point. It doesn't say that she had already made 20 necklaces or something like that. So we already know that we're not using this formula. So if you look over here, we can eliminate. Because we don't have a starting point, we don't have a plus b, we can eliminate two choices on our answer choice. We can eliminate these two. These have plus 35, right? I'm going to circle the equation we're going to use. This one's pretty easy too. We can eliminate. Our equation starts with y equals. If I look over here, there's x equals 35y, and D has y equals 35x. Which one do you think it's going to be? It's going to be D. Okay. Let's go to example 2. Example 2 says Jeff started a Funko collection. Oops, that's misspelled. His brother gave him 7. His brother gave him 7. That's important information. And each month, there goes a key word. Jeffrey will add 5 Funko Pops to the collection. Which equation can be used to find y, the total number of Funkos, and Jeff's collection in x months? Okay, so let's go ahead and write our two equations down again. Y equals to mx plus b, or it's going to be y is equal to kx. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my answer choices. It's kind of already telling me what equation I'm going to use. Okay, all of these equations have a starting point. They have a plus 5, plus 7, minus 5, minus 7. So I know I'm not going to use this equation. Okay, so that means I have to find my slope, my m, and I have to find my starting point, b. Let's go ahead and find the slope first. Okay, so it says the number x months. I'm going to look at which number is talking about months. Now don't get confused. It says his brother gave him 7, and each month Jeffrey will add 5 Funko Pops to the collection. So that each doesn't apply to the 7, it applies to the 5. Okay, so that means that 5 is going to have an x with it, because that's talking about months. Okay, so that means that when I rewrite this, y equals, it's going to be 5x plus my b. And then I can go back to my answer choices and eliminate. Which one does not have 5x? A or C does not have 5x. Okay, so now I'm going to see what other number I have. It says his brother gave him 7. Okay, if we're trying to see how much the total is, are we going to add or subtract that 7? We're going to add 7. So I can eliminate answer choice D because that says subtract, and my answer is B. Okay. So I want you to put a star next to example 3 because that one you're going to do by yourself. Example 4 says the temperature in Hutto, Alaska is currently 75 degrees. So it's telling me where it is, okay, and is dropping at a constant rate of 3 degrees each hour. That's a lot right there. Which equation can be used to find y, the temperature, after x number of hours? So again, when I rewrite this, when I write my equations to see which one it is, I'm going to look at my answer choices right here. It's already telling me that I'm going to use my slope-intercept form. So I'm going to put an x on my y equals kx. Okay, so that means I'm looking for my slope and I'm looking for my b. Okay, I want us to unpack this right here. It says dropping at a constant rate of 3 degrees each hour. Without even looking at this, what x represents, because there's my keyword for each, it says dropping. Now think about that. Is that increasing or decreasing? Well, if you're dropping, you're decreasing. So you really have to read this problem carefully. So this means that and we know that constant rate is our K or M. Remember your words in the front. It says constant rate, that is my M. So I'm going to rewrite this, y equals, if it's decreasing, that means it's going to be a negative number. We know that our M is going to be 3. Okay, so I can look back at my answer choices. Oops, forgot my x, because this is my slope. So I can look at my answer choices and I can already see that I can eliminate 2. The ones that don't have negative 3x. Oh. So I can eliminate B, I can eliminate D. Actually, I can eliminate one more. I can eliminate A, because this is the only one that has negative 3x. Okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and finish this because it currently at 75 degrees. Of course, that's going to be my B because that's where I start at. The temperature is starting at 75. So I'm just going to put that number there. But our answer is C. Okay, so I want you to do the check-in and I want you to do example 3 by yourself. Okay, after that you're going to come check with me so that I can give you the next assignment.